20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 20, 40, 60, 80, 20, 20, 20, $266. $266, y'all. Oh my gosh. Hello everybody, welcome to my channel, Capri's Spilling the Tea Lifestyle Tips. And I know I'm looking a little rough right now, but I'm about to go walking. I'm starting my fitness journey, but I wanted to record this video before I go walking. So, you guys, I just paid $266.60 to my credit card. That was my first credit card payment. So if you guys been rocking with me for a minute, you know that I do keep such things as cash envelopes. So this is my credit card cash envelope. I'm sorry. This is my credit card cash envelope, and basically what I do is whatever I spend on my credit card, I put the physical money in here. And I have tons of video from this week past that talks about how I stuff my envelopes on whatever I purchase, or I stuff it before I purchase, basically like a pre-purchase. But we are talking about how I just paid my first bill on my credit card. I am just like so ecstatic that I'm doing better. I looked at my credit report the other night, and it's instead of it being in yellow, it's in blue. That means that it's good. Yellow was fair. If you have Credit Karma, you'll know that yellow is fair and blue is good. And I am in the blue. So I am just so happy that my journey with this credit card is so far so good. It's only been my first payment. But what I would do is however much that I'm about to pay or I already paid, I'll just put it right there, $266. And then I'll go and, you know, whatever I spend on it, I'll just go ahead and put it back in the envelope. So this weekend, I am going out of town. Me, the kiddos, and my sister, and my niece and nephew. We're going out of town to Charlotte, North Carolina. And I am basically budgeting to spend about $436. Okay. So basically what I already did was the money that I'm going to spend there. I already have it here. And I'm just going to stuff it. Hold on. It didn't stuff right. But basically, I'm just going to stuff it in here. And I am going to leave this home in my little safe. And I'm going to just take my card. Just my one card. So if somebody try to hijack me, hold me up, whatever it is, guess what? You could have the card. I can always turn it off when you run off in Fleet with my card. I can just turn it off. Ain't like you can use it and report it. So my cash is going to be in my safe. Actually, I'm going to put all of that in my account or whatever. And that's how much I'm budgeting to save. So if you guys or anybody is struggling to get back with a credit card like I was, just try the cash envelope method. You're still kind of like paying with cash, but you're using that credit card to give you credit. Now, I don't know if I spoke about this in my latest videos. I think I did, about the whole Dave Ramsey not using credit cards, use cash envelopes. Listen, for real. My whole thing is, unless you're living under a rock, you need credit. I don't care what nobody say. I don't care what Dave Ramsey say. Unless you are living under a rock, you need credit. You need credit to get a car. You need credit to get a house. You need credit to get you need credit to freaking get credit. You need credit, period. And for Dave Ramsey to say use cash, I'm thinking that he is referring to people who's just not good with credit cards. It's best for you guys to use cash because, you know, he don't want you to get back into debt or get deeper in debt. But when you're trying to purchase things like a house or a car or anything that has to deal with credit, you need credit to get credit, period. And me, I'm doing my own baby steps. Like, I did start off with his first baby step, which was like save up $1,000, put that in your savings account, and do the snowball method. I did do all that, but after a while, when I was finished, I was like, okay, what's next? My credit was still sitting at like a 640, 670. It was just still sitting there, and I was like, okay, so why isn't it moving? I was paying on my loan that I got from my South Carolina bank. I have not started paying on my student loan, but that's the next thing I was like, I'm going to start paying on to see if my credit move. But I was just so anxious for my credit to move. I was like, you know what? I need for my credit to move because it's like I'm paying my utilities on time in the house. And my husband too, like his credit was just sitting at 530. My husband credit one is like 5 something and the other it just like went down because he wasn't like really using it. So it was the one stayed at 5 and one was at like another. It was like 570 something. But anywho, so we were just my husband, he really don't care too much for credit because my husband does not make big purchases at all. Like my husband truly lives the mundane life, but that's another video. But my credit was just sitting there and I was just like, you know what? I'm ready for at least one credit card. It doesn't have to be that much, but I need a credit card for I can basically challenge myself. I had credit cards when I was younger. I messed up. Okay, I learned my lesson. God blessed me with my cash rewards Navy Federal credit card with $1,000 on there. And I was like, okay, I know I can't go over a certain amount if I don't have the money. Really, they just want you to utilize 30% of what you have. But if you do go over, it's okay. As long as you have the money to pay it back right then and there, everything is like Gucci. So I was so happy today when I went in to go pay the $266.60 and like it's gonna be a zero balance, and when I go out of town I can just use the credit card, swipe all the way till I get to like $436 and then I'm done. I'm doubting I'm gonna spend like a lot of money only because we're only there for 2 nights and 3 days, but this is the money for the hotel. So I already put the hotel on there, which was $87 a night, so it's like $200 a night. So I already put the hotel on there. My sister, who does not trust herself with a credit card, she's paying for our rental, but it's best to put it on a credit card because if you don't, for some odd reason, they charge you so many fees. So she's paying for the rental, which is like between 150, 180. I gotta look and see, but I put 180 in here already, and from my sister. So she's paying for the rental, but we're using my credit card, so that money's in here also. The hotel money's in here, so we are covered because we already used the card for it. But I am just like ecstatic, and I'm just gonna keep on going with this method on using my credit card and cash envelope together. Now, I do want to say this. Ways that you can put yourself in debt is uno. Being greedy. Just being greedy and long-eyed, like, ooh, I want this, ooh, I want that. Listen, you do not need half of the things that you're trying to purchase. That is the main reason why people go into debt, overdraft, negative, whatever you want to call it, because it's being so greedy. You don't need to be greedy. Normally, when I go out of town to vacation, I go for the food. I go for the sightseeing just to see. I just go for the fun, to breathe the air. I normally don't go to pick up souvenirs. If I do pick up a souvenir, my fetish was like or my pet peeve or whatever you want to call it was like mugs and cups, bringing it back, or t-shirts. I still would like get a t-shirt because I love t-shirts and I can work out in them. But other than that, I don't get like a whole bunch of stuff, and I don't bring things back for people. I may bring something back for my husband, maybe my mother. But then again, I doubt it because my mom, she's all over the place. So I'm quite sure she got her a shirt. But mainly, I'll probably bring like a shirt back for my husband. Other than that, I don't bring things back for other people outside of my family. So I'm just learning how to stay in my budget with my credit card. Whatever I put in the cash envelope, that is what it's going to be. I did not want to make this video too long. I was just so excited, and I just want to share with my YouTube friends and family that I made my first payment with my credit card, and I can see myself continuing to do this for the long run. So if you're thinking about getting a credit card, already have a credit card, please, please, please try this method. Because that way you can actually feel and touch your money and be like, okay, this is all the money you have been spending. You see? So you're still using your credit card for your credit can escalate and be good and all this other stuff. But you're also you're seeing that. See, this is what you spent. Do you smell it? Do you smell it? This is what you spent. All this. Or at least this is what I spent. Okay? But it's okay, you know, because at least I get the privilege of touching like, okay, this is too much money. Maybe I don't need this, or maybe I don't need that. So, of course, you know, when you're swiping, you just like, okay, the credit card to pay it. Swipe. I'm like, I know I got a stack of money in my safe, and if I don't want to spend the whole $436 minus what I already paid for the hotel and the rental, then I won't. But we just need to try to live like a minimalist life. And I'm just speaking across the board. You can do whatever you want. But I know if you look at the video before this, I cleaned out my closet. Dresses and everything, I fold them up. I put them away. And I mainly did it because I'm on this weight loss journey. And I felt like my closet was cluttered. My brain was cluttered. And it was just killing me. But once again, if you look at my video before this, you'll see why I did it. But when you are living that minimalist life, you don't need much. So just like I say, I see people with, like my mother. Oh my goodness, she must have like 15 credit cards. Dillard's, JCPenney, Sears, Belks, Discover, Visa, Navy Federal, South Carolina Federal. She has all these credit cards, and I'm like, don't get me wrong, my mama credit is A1, but there's other people out there just like her who has all these credit cards and they're not A1. They're just bouncing from credit card to credit card, credit card to credit card. I had this one client who I was helping coupon. She said she lived on her credit cards throughout the year, and then when tax time comes, she pays them off. I don't know how good that is. You gotta have at least 12 credit cards for each month and pay the minimum on all. I just don't know how she does it. And I'm just like, okay, I don't know if that's good or not, but if it works for you, then hey, who am I to say anything? If it works for you, works for you. But me, I wouldn't want to do that. Like, no, all I need is one credit card. That's a certain amount that would save me if I need it, because I will probably go crazy going through all those credit cards. Like I owe 1,000 here, 2,000 here, you know, a certain amount here. I will probably go crazy. But knowing that I have one credit card that go up to 1,000, that is awesome. Everything else is just cash. So like if we go out to eat, that's cash. Depending on how much the bill is. Like if the bill is $10, cash. If we go out to a restaurant as a family, that's going on the credit card. We putting the money in the envelope, and that's going on the credit card. Why? Because that gives me back. It gives me like cash back. So it's like they're paying me 1.5% to eat out, and I'm not going to be late on paying on my credit card, so I don't have to worry about paying for that dinner 2-3 times. So to you, Dave Ramsey, because I know he was like, oh, if you pay for your meal on a credit card, you're paying for that meal 2-3 times if you don't pay your credit card bill on time. You ain't got to worry about that, bruh, because I'm paying mine off. Matter of fact, I paid my credit card off before the bill was due. I started using this credit card August the 4th, which is still in this month. And I paid it off today, which is what, August the 28th or the 27th. So therefore, I paid it off before this month was out. Why? Because every time I use it, I stick the money right in there. So it's like, instead of me using cash, I'm just kind of like, I'm using cash, but I'm not using cash. I'm trading it over. So if it works for me, I'm going to keep doing this. If you guys want to try it, please do. I'm telling you, like right now, I already know with $266, I got $4 cash back. Some people will be like, that's not worth it. Like $4. But guess what? $4 add up, and it was free money. So if I don't pull that $4 out for however many amount of years or whatever, then guess what? I can use it whenever I want to. It adds up, and I can use it whenever I want to. So anyways, once again, I didn't want to make this video long. I love you guys. Please share my video. Please comment, subscribe. Friends, family, enemy, somebody needs to hear this. As always, I love you guys.